Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Newman.
And I am Chris Carr, and we are two filthy casuals.
And we are looking at you, potentially.
Maybe if this works.
Maybe if this works.
That'd be neat.
If you are listening to this right now, we are also on YouTube. Mm-hmm. This is new and exciting. Bear with us. We're not sure how it's going to go.
We're just two little guys still trying our best.
But if you want that magical experience that I have every time I listen to a podcast where I develop a crush on somebody's voice and then see them in person and go, huh. No, not bad. Just not
what you were expecting?
So if you want that moment with both or either of us, bon appetit, babe. Laugh it up. Get ready to go. Oh, she looks. No, not bad. No, it's not.
I wasn't expecting so much Hobbit. It's gonna be mine.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed with this hair.
Thank you.
So get on over to YouTube and check that out. On YouTube at Two Filthy Casuals Pod, or just keep us right here in your ear holes, both or either.
Yeah.
But all that to say, we know that getting into a new fandom can be intimidating, especially with all the gatekeepers out there.
It sure can. And that's why on this podcast, we have a super fan come on so they can talk to you about their fandom and you can dip your toe in sans judgment.
And we are delighted for this super fan and for this topic. I feel like this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
She's an actor, comedian, an immersioneer, and a lifelong rascal. Ashley Guerin.
Yay!
Hello.
Guerin.
A guarantee.
A guarantee.
Yes.
I guarantee.
I guarantee. That's my last name is Guerin.
Ashley, thank you for being here.
Oh, my Lanta, thank you for having me. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
When did you fall in love with Golden Girls?
Oh, gosh. I feel like when I grew up, I watched a few episodes, but it really didn't hit me until high school. And then, because like doing musicals and things like that, I would watch it throughout high school, and I just loved Betty White so much. I'm such a Betty White fan. And then after high school, after college years, I did a musical that was a parody of the Golden Girls, and it was called Picture It. But what was great is that they flip-flopped roles. So I got to play Stan, Dorothy's ex-husband.
Yes.
The role you were born to play.
Thank you. I felt fabulous. I didn't sound anything like him.
I feel like you told me about that. What did the review say?
Oh, yeah. The review, it was probably the best review I could ever receive. They were like, didn't sound like Stan, but was really committed. And I was like, you know what? Hey, at least they can acknowledge I'm very committed and I cannot do the Stan voice. Or do you want to take?
I gotta
ask.
Yeah.
Let's inside the actors. Can I speak to Stan?
Yeah. What do you want to hear?
What the fuck was that review?
I
on?
know.
I thought
I was
here.
immersed.
I thought I was here.
Thank you. I can come back anytime. Just trying to win Dorothy's heart.
Can I do my own episode wherein I am a fan of Ashley's portrayal of Stan?
Wow.
I'm thrilled.
Oh my God.
This
make
podcast
it.
is about to get real
So inside baseball. It's
Yeah.
going to be so meta.
layers on layers.
Oh,
I'm here for it.
love it.
Who are
Mm.
those Golden Girls?
Well, the Golden Girls, they are golden, believe it or not silver. They are golden women. It's fun because all four of them are just such different personalities. So you have Betty White, who's Rose, who honestly, okay, I need to reverse a little bit because it used to be Blanche Hollingsworth, the first episode, and then they decided after the pilot to turn it to Devereaux because, I mean, especially with her beautiful Southern style, and she just, is, gives older generation a hope of like, hey, you still got it. You can still go out there and get any person that you want.
She's I would say, the Samantha?
Yes.
Or I guess Samantha is the Blanche.
Oh,
Yeah.
Samantha is definitely the Blanche. But Blanche was the inspiration.
Yeah.
But it's a good comparison for those who haven't watched Golden Girls and are more like Sex in the City.
Yeah.
But
She's the sexy one. She's
Yeah. Yeah. But Rose, Betty White is like the more like, she just doesn't know what's going on, but looks at everything so optimistically. And it was funny because when they originally cast her, she was the Blanche.
Really?
Yeah, and then it was Blanche and Rose that decided, like, we should switch characters. I think that would be more our style. So could you imagine if Betty White was the Blanche
Little
and not the
slutty Betty
Rose?
White.
Yeah,
Aw.
I know. It was like to like mirror her character on Mary Tyler Moore show. So yeah, so I'm glad that she took like the different route,
Yeah.
you know. And then you have B. Arthur, good old Dorothy, who's just very dry in her humor. Her facial expressions alone are just so beautiful, like chef's kiss timing when it comes to the comedic style. And then you have good old Sophia, the mother of Dorothy, and Sophia also says things very blunt like and has no filter and is very hilarious. And those are all 4 of the Golden Girls.
And how did they come to be?
Ooh, okay. So
In this
This golden pod.
ridiculously large house.
I know.
What, Florida?
in Florida, well, so it's Blanche's house.
I wanna be clear that all my knowledge, I like Golden Girls. I've
Yeah.
watched Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Golden Girls is my sleepy time show.
Oh.
Like one of. I cycle through them, but I feel like my husband and I will land on a show. Like for a while it was King of the Hill, for a while it was, Simpsons, for a while it was Golden Girls, for a while
Yeah.
it was Scrubs, where it's like, I maybe take my little half a gummy
Yeah.
and I'm just like vibing.
Yes.
So if I'm like, and they live in Florida, it's like I know, but I will say, I was like, I'm going to prep for this podcast. And it is Pavlovian now. I got 10 minutes into the episode, out
right.
like a fucking
Because
light.
it's your
lullaby.
like a nice lullaby show. Yeah.
That's such a great little visual of just a little Amy going, thank you for being a friend.
Oh, I always stay awake
Yes.
long enough. We'll get to the theme song because holy shit.
I mean, just
I always
iconic.
half asleep go. Bum, 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 if you're there. Like I gotta do like a little move to the little like bam, 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 like into the bridge.
Yes.
And then I'm usually out within about 20 seconds.
Wow. It's
Dang.
funny that you say that because honestly, pretty much most of the past 2 years when I go to bed, I put on Golden Girls because it's always on YouTube TV. And so it is a very comforting, like, I go to sleep with the wonderful women speaking to me.
On YouTube TV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a constant stream.
It's funny because it's on CMT, that station where like country music.
Hold on, break down YouTube TV for me.
YouTube TV, I'll do my best at breaking down this unlimited recording of shows. You have an unlimited amount. There's no like storage.
It's a paid.
It is a paid thing.
Okay.
I say that with a question mark.
Channels?
They
who's
have
YouTube?
channels.
Ashley, who's YouTube TV? Are you stealing?
Well, no, it's my own husband's, but he is so kind to, just to
Say.
Venmo request me whatever. I
They
have
make
to pay
it-
him back.
They made it way too tricky to steal Venmo TV. Or not Venmo TV, Jesus. That's what it
Okay.
feels like. YouTube TV.
I have a pitch.
Tell us your pitch.
Venmo TV.
Venmo TV. Come on.
There you go.
You just put it on, and it's just a man in a black suit reading out all your friends' Venmo notes. So you just turn it on, and there's just a man staring down the barrel of the
Whoa.
camera, just like
you shift that shit to
for
private.
Yeah.
for burrito, for sex, eggplant emoji, because we all do that because it's very funny to act like we are Venmoing our friends for sexual favors.
It's funny.
It's
funny.
hilarious.
It's funny.
It's funny.
A funny.
That's why
funny
people
time.
are Venmoing me.
That's why, yeah.
Chris, are you
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
So your husband
gotta
makes you
make rent.
pay for YouTube TV.
Well, I mean,
Was
we
that in
split.
the vows?
Yes. No, that would should have been in
Furniture
the vows.
for,
But also
YouTube TV.
$3.99 a month.
Yeah. But it is just like, old school, like, where you do cable TV and then all the channels and,
And it's
that
on
kind of style.
CMT.
Golden Girls is on CMT.
Because
and
I would guess that was a constant stream of Reba.
you know what? Sometimes Reba is on there.
Mm.
But I will say what is the most funniest thing is my husband does not like country music. So about like 3 a.m. is when the country music videos starts. And it's like blasting in our room. And he's like, and it's like it's just a nice little routine of, oh, country music. I'm like, yay, because I don't usually listen to it because he's not a big fan of it. And then, yeah, it's just a daily routine of Golden Girls, and then we get woken up by country music videos.
But hey, there's something nice about getting woken up at 3 a.m. because then you get to go, oh, it's only 3? Oh, baby, I got hours.
Yeah. Or
Magic.
do you sing, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. Wow, wow. You know that song?
No. Are they playing that on CMT?
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you.
I'm here.
That's what I think about at 3 a.m. Goo Goo Dolls, no? Amy?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It was a deep cut.
I'm not down with the goo.
Mm.
Not anti. So how do they live in a house?
Oh, yes.
Was, I guess, my question.
Wow, Goo Goo Dolls
we got there.
to the house of Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Crossover episode.
Yes. Well, it is Blanche's home.
Okay.
And so Blanche was looking for new roommates. So in the first episode, there are roommates that just left. She kicked them out. So then she goes and puts up an ad, and she runs into Rose there.
At a pet store.
Where Rose has a cat.
I just put this. I caught the first 10 minutes
Did
of this
you?
episode before I fell asleep.
Incredible. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And Rose is holding a cat.
That cat is cute as fuck,
So
by the way.
cute. So cute. I would not be able to then just give that cat to a child that wanted that cat.
No.
That's what happens also in this episode. And I go, Rose, no, don't do it.
Pet acquisition on TV is always a lot easier than it is in real life.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah, I fill out so much paperwork. I'm constantly trying to steal people's pets. They're not into it. They're not just giving me animals.
No.
I'm like, is that cat have its shots? Is it neutered? Like, what are we working with?
True. And
But
is that
anyways.
cat really friendly? I got nervous anytime that like people put cats close to their face because they're so
Yes.
unpredictable.
Yeah. I
You
don't
know?
trust them.
Oh, I have a big old scar.
Nar.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You like that? That's Rizzo's signature.
Oh, damn.
Rizzo.
Wow.
Little risotto.
Oh.
He's a menace.
What
he's
a
a criminal?
rascal. Huh?
He's I hate him. But he lives here now. So what
Okay.
can you do?
What can you do? Oh.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Oh yeah. So
It's gonna take
you
us
know.
45 minutes to describe the plot of a sitcom.
ready to have a good time. Ready
Hell
to have
yeah,
a good time.
yeah.
I love it. Let's see. So, so Rose, meets is already at the billboard that Blanche puts, the post-it up being like, I need new roommates.
And why is she so is Blanche? I know we have like some widowed, some divorcees.
Yes. So Dorothy was also looking for a roommate, but wasn't at this spot. But divorcee, Sophia, who's Dorothy's mom, was actually in a home, and then that home burned down. So then Sophia was like, I live here now.
Yeah.
So that they couldn't say no to Sophia. You couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Not to Dorothy's mother. And then Blanche was a widow.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rose, also a widow.
Oh.
Is that true? Is Rose? I know Blanche is a widow.
That feels right. Feels right.
Should be more confident in myself.
Her husband's dead. I saw the body.
Oh, good Lord.
It's a weird start to a sitcom.
But that's how they all ended up in the
I
beautiful
saw
house
your
of...
dead husband's corpse.
Dun, 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 dun.
And if I saw that body.
And invited all the dead people you knew.
I can only think about that guy who riffs on the theme song as you're doing that.
Sure.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I actually just watched that last night. I totally forgot about that wonderful video.
I love
and
it.
so I'm glad it's back in my rotator of videos, just to bring me joy.
So these 4 wild old ladies
Yes.
living together. Which we're gonna be throwing around
Old? Yeah. I wanted to address this too.
Yeah. I feel
Because-
like there's been a recent discovery of, hey, wait a minute. Some of these actresses were only like 50
50s?
something?
Right, like
Yeah.
not...
It's we talked about Sex in the City at the beginning. Like the new Sex in the City, they are the correct Golden Girls ages.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Like when you put, yes, I've seen that where they put the pictures together, the side by side. I'm like, wow, interesting. Because, yeah, I guess when I watched it when I was little, Golden Girls, they made them feel like, I mean, Sophia's supposed to be like 84, I think, in the show, but is also weirdly 1 year younger than Dorothy in real life.
Yeah.
When didn't she, is it, I don't know if it's apocryphal or real, that like Estelle Getty's got a facelift and production was super mad at her?
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw that little fun fact and I was like, that's pretty funny.
Which I guess if you put that like little curly gray wig and big enough glasses on anybody, they kind of look 80.
Yeah, you add those wrinkles wherever they need be, you know? Yeah.
We've both done murder mysteries.
We have.
We know the tricks of the trade.
We sure do. I have my beautiful pencil to give me all the wrinkles, even though I already have them.
Not even. So, what about this show started resonating with you?
Ooh. I think, honestly, because of how much I love Betty White, and I've always, like, aspired to have a career like hers. I just think she's just been such a kind person, or I've never seen anything that I'm like, oh, Betty White did what? And that makes me so happy. And her love that she had for animals and just her comedic timing in this show. And I look at life in an optimistic way a lot of the time, so I feel like I just connect a lot with her. Yeah. So having that and then having these three other totally different characters, but they all are friends together is just, I don't know, having a life like theirs, I was like, I don't mind that. That seems like fun.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need no man. I do love you, my husband, Wes. But I don't need no man. And, I'm so sorry. Just knocking things over because I love the show so much. And I think in high school, too, I don't know. I feel like I always had a connection with them. But then, especially when I did the Picture It show, I had to rewatch a lot of the episodes because I remember the four of them. But Stan, I was like, well, I know Stan's a part of it. And I have
this incredible impression just
on
lock.
Thank you. Yeah, I can do it at any moment. And I rewatching that was just the new, like, the appreciation that I've always had for the show, and then it's just kind of stuck with me ever since then. And I do love going to sleep listening to those four wonderful women just bantering back and forth to one another, eating cheesecake.
It is important. There are soft shows and there are not soft shows. Mm-hmm. And Golden Girls is a soft show.
Yeah.
And now here's an interesting thing about soft shows and not soft shows. Important to note, it is not always the content of the show itself. Because Bob's Burgers is not a good soft show.
Oh.
The volume. The volume. The tone.
Yeah.
Golden Girls, it's right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's fun and it's funny, but it never wakes you up.
That's true.
They're never yelling.
They're never yelling. Or if they yell, it's in a way that you're like, oh.
They're like, oh, Blanche.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's just Dorothy just intensely looking with the eyebrows.
Yes.
Yes.
I was going to say, it's her yelling at a man about, you were my doctor and you should have treated me better and listened to me, doing a good monologue, but never raising her voice in a way that makes any of us feel threatened.
Yes, definitely.
I will say, too, just on the, like, Betty White and kind of what this show represents, I feel like Betty White was always just such a figure for me, too, as a woman and as women in the industry. Fucking nice to see women who are still having fun and having careers and doing interesting stuff and are beloved after the age of, like, 45. Like, oh, right, I'm not just going to get taken out back and put down.
Right. And she also, just didn't seem scared going into certain projects or being like, I'll host SNL, because people on, Twitter that were like, we want Betty White. And she wasn't on the internet, but she's like, sure, I'll do that. She just seems like, yeah, why not? Age does not define me.
Yeah. And I'd say for the show as a whole, because I think there's even a bit of a thing where it's like, there's sort of a one older woman per project that I think you see a lot in Hollywood. Of like, there's one old lady and she's playing the old lady, and that's what she gets to do. And the fact that even this show, it's like, these are older women, and you have the funny one, or they're all the funny. You have the sexy one. You have the stronger, more sardonic one. You have sort of the airheaded one. Like, that these tropes exist, and it's not just, well, here's grandma.
Yeah.
And that's all she gets to fill.
Right.
Which it is sad rewatching episodes like this, though, and then watching modern television and going, oh.
We went backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did this happen? Of just like having the oldest women who have just Meemaw energy. And that's not how people exist.
Right.
Nothing wrong with Meemaw energy.
Well, no, but if your only thing is...
You're really going to come on here and say there's something wrong with
there's
having
something
Meemaw?
wrong with having
You,
Meemaw
Chris
energy.
Carr?
That's true.
Who literally was like, would you like a root vegetable pot pie? Are you hungry? She
That's
offered
true.
me that before you got here.
Wow.
That crust is homemade, too.
And I got offered tea, so
Yeah.
there we go.
I mean, okay, yes, I do have Meemaw energy. But you know what I mean? In a script where it's your role here is to be an elderly matriarch, and your job is to only be invested in like grandbabies or something. Yeah. And I have, growing up in the South, have met so few people who that is the only thing that they're focused on.
Yeah.
It's like scripts don't allow women to be multifaceted after that 45-year-old benchmark a lot of times.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some progress. But I mean, just watching this, though, this was really innovative for its time and still feels that way because of just how lazy some writing is still.
I mean,
right.
How much Blanche be fucking?
Oh my gosh.
My gosh. Blanche, get it?
I love it. I'm here for it.
too.
I support it.
Was Blanche always slutty, or was that after she got widowed? Was she like, I'm in my slut era? Because I love that for her.
Yeah, honestly, it seems like it's like after she became a widow, because she did love her sweet husband so much. But yeah, I think she just, was rebirthed, reborn.
I love that.
Second life. Yeah.
Good.
We got some questions from Zazuzi. 23.
Oh, I know who Zazuzi is. Shout out.
Do you think there's she was asking what episode would be like the best gateway drug to being a Golden Girls superfan? Is there an episode that sticks out to you as like one of the best, like a good spot to jump in?
Ooh, I mean, the pilot is so good because you just get such a good introduction of who they all are. I really feel like it's such a strong pilot episode to then have the rest of it be that if you were to watch it, but you're also like cleaning something or you're doing something, you can still chime back in being like, oh, I know exactly who these characters are or what they're doing right now. I did actually just rewatch the Valentine's Day episode, which was very fun. So, if you didn't do anything for Valentine's Day, go ahead and watch episode 13 in season 3. I don't feel confident now about that.
You know what? If someone's mad at you that you can't from the hip, tell me what episode was the Golden Girls Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah.
Truly, and from the bottom of my heart, go eat a turd.
Oh my god!
On this very nice, friendly fandom podcast, you better know your shit.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm trying. But I will say on Hulu, I discovered they have all of the seasons on there, but they also have the option where you could do a quick binge. So it's just
That's what I jumped in on.
oh, nice. Well, just because then those are like such great episodes, all of them. So
They just curate it for you?
I believe it's kind of curated to be sort of the essential episodes. Like you have the episode that flashes back to kind of how they all met. You
Yeah.
I don't have to go on a Reddit forum?
no,
Right.
Oh, damn.
They
That's
do
been
have
wild.
the Stan Chronicles on
yes.
for our Stan heads.
Was that part of your
For our
process?
Stan.
I wish I had that during my process. I really just had to old school watch episodes, YouTube videos. YouTube came back. It's always been a part of my life.
So this is very much that classic sitcom, like you can kind of jump in anywhere
Yes, honestly.
where the character, because I think that is one thing this show does so strongly is it's like these are 4 very well-defined characters and like for better or worse, like there's not a ton of growth here that lasts more than the length of an episode.
They're all in that house until the very end. They are with different gentlemen that they choose, but then they almost get married, they don't. Yeah, they're very strong characters where hopping in any episode would work perfectly fine.
Perfect. This show was, I feel like there's been some looking back on it, and this show actually is fairly progressive and fairly groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've heard people talk about like, oh, this tackles conversations that were kind of big for the time, not in the popular zeitgeist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. And it's kind of wild to think some of those things that are talked about still a thing to talk about now, which is when you're just like, oh wow, okay, we're still going around that old chestnut.
Yeah.
All right,
because there are episodes where they tackle like knowing a gay person and things like that, right? Which like for the time was pretty. Now it's like, okay, but.
Yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, they do tackle that, and I think it's really great on that show that they kind of going back with Betty White, like during her career, she did a lot of like groundbreaking things of when she had this talk show way back in the day. And, you know, there was this wonderful black performer who was a tap dancer, and she wanted him on the show, but they told her, well, then your show's not going to air in all these places. And she's like, I don't care. So it's just a real testament to her and to all of them being like, no, we're going to do the uncomfortable and make it comfortable.
Like, yeah, money where your mouth is, Betty White.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and yeah, she always seemed like someone who really stood for like, yeah, I'm America's grandma. So like I'm doing that thing that I think a lot of people in sort of those places of privilege of being like, yeah, you're like an older white woman who makes people very comfortable. Like, yeah, fucking use that to start having these conversations of like, hey, if the Golden Girls are chill with this, why the fuck aren't you?
Uh-huh.
That's the Mima energy that everyone should have.
Yes, that's the Mima.
Equitable Mima. We love it.
We love a DEI Mima.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Sorry, we won't get political. It's been made very clear that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
And why would we? Because everything is so good. Right?
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm high and falling asleep to Golden Girls?
I just need some nice kindness.
I just need my brain to just shut the fuck up. Please. So, do you feel like you are a rose?
As I like bring out my earrings for those who aren't watching the video, I do have Betty White earrings on right now.
Dope as hell.
And honestly, yes, I rewatching also just a handful of episodes before today too, just to, you know, keep my mind fresh with my Golden Girls. I was like, oh, I am so much a rose, it's not even funny. I would say, you know, during my single days, maybe a Blanche, but, you know, but yeah, honestly, always within my heart, I've been a rose. I wish I could have like the great dry humor that Dorothy and Sophia have, but I've tried and I can't do it unless I wear a wig, you know, it just gives me a new persona and I can just really go for it.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe as Stan.
As Stan. That's true.
A rose with a rising Stan.
Whoa, that's my one-woman show.
Blanche Moon.
The Blanche Moon. I love it.
There you go. Amy, what would you be? Who would you be?
That's an excellent question.
Thank you. I heard it's asked by somebody else earlier, and I thought I'd just repeat it.
Wow, it sounds like she has huge breasts.
She does.
See, here's the thing. They're also delightful that it is one of those weird shows where, like, to say you're any of them feels like a little up your own ass, right? To be like, I'm B. Arthur is like, bitch, you wish. You wish. Let's start with you.
Oh, I feel like I would veer more Rose, but with some Sophia.
I was going to say, you give a little Sophia.
Yeah, I'm a little grandma.
You are.
The Mima energy.
I really am, yeah. I just want to feed people pasta.
Yeah.
That's all.
I guess, I don't know. What do you think I am? I don't know. I don't understand. I can't actually perceive myself as a human is one of my problems. I don't know.
You're a less acerbic Dorothy, I feel.
Yeah, I was going to say definitely in the realm.
You're not nearly that salty.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm really working
Building
on it.
too.
You have good eyebrow reactions.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take that. I will take that. We did. Zezuzi was asking as well. I don't know how much you know astrological, but on that front,
Oh.
what sign would the girls be? Alternately element or bender, if you would prefer.
Oh.
But we're trying to categorize the ladies.
Boy. Well, I wish that I knew more about the astrological universe, but this will be fun to try together because whenever people ask me what my sign is, I tell them Aquarius, and then people are like, are you? And I am like, well, I was born January 26th, so that is Aquarius
I'm also
season.
an Aquarius. Our birthdays are very, very
Yes,
close.
they're super close. But then when I
Y'all are
say
supposed to be little weirdos.
yeah,
That's fun. You little freaks.
I'm an Aquarius.
Well, and I mean, I guess this
You're
shows
just
how
such
much.
a sunshine person.
Oh, thank you.
I think
Thanks,
is why.
Amy.
Because like Aquarius is, I feel like there is a lot of, as little as I fucking know about this. Anytime people are like, what's your rising? I'm like, dog, I look it up every
Every time
3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And go, surely I'll remember now.
Right.
No.
And so many wonderful people have told me about the different signs and everything, or, oh, that person is such a this astrological sign. And every time I'm like, okay, remember that. Lock it in, that's what this means. And every time I'm always like, can you tell me again? Yeah. Which is very Rose of me.
Yes. I think Aquarius is, from what little I know, there's like an or at least perceived to have sort of an aloofness, which I think is just not you. I think that's why people are like, really?
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah. And thanks to anybody who has ever questioned also my Aquariusness. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I always just get like a, oh, you a freak.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But for the Golden Girls, Chris, do you know astrological signs pretty well?
Ish. I'm a Virgo.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think makes sense because it's very type A people, where it's like the kind of person who doesn't believe in astrology, but I can tell you everything about my sign.
Oh.
And my rising, my sun and moon, whatever thing, are Libra, both of them.
Oh.
Supposedly I'm a balanced person. I don't know. And my husband's a Scorpio. And they're all supposed to be fucking crazy, which tracks.
Oh, okay.
Logan, little freak. Yeah. Tall freak. Cute. I don't know who they all would be. Dorothy would probably be a Virgo.
Okay.
Blanche a Scorpion, because they tend to be more sexual.
Ah.
Rose probably an Aquarius, because she's a little weirdo.
And I will say her birthday is January 17th, but that misses.
Oh.
No, that's in our cusp, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be in your
That
window.
might be Capricorn.
Or Capricorn.
Capricorn's really aloof.
Oh.
I can't
so that
remember
would
where
be
that
Rose.
line is.
Yeah.
And Sophia would be like Taurus or something.
Just
Stubborn.
like my husband.
Oh.
He's a Sophia.
Oh.
Eric, too, is a little Nona.
I'll make you some pasta.
I love it.
It's a good time. Are there any? I always kind of hate the concept or the expression of like didn't age well, but as a show from, because this was 80s, right?
Mm-hmm. And then it ended in 92. Yeah.
Wow.
Wild.
I'm the reincarnation of the TV show The Golden Girls. Oh no, I've said too much.
Oh no.
I'm 26
no.
and I'll be 26 forever. Are there things that have not, are there episodes that are like, we tried to tackle that topic, but, or like jokes that stand out to you as having not aged well?
Yeah, there is one episode, and it's not on Hulu anymore because it's not great. It's not great. It's the episode. The episode was based on Dorothy's son being engaged to a black woman, and Rose and oh my gosh, why do I keep wanting to say Beatrice every time when I know it's Blanche. I just love Beatrice as a name. But Blanche and Rose come out with like mud masks on, and it's like, kind of portraying not a great look.
But it's more it's not playing it as like it's a blackface joke, but it's not played as like we are doing.
Yeah, I think
so great.
Not great.
Not great from the writing, like, that's just not a great joke.
Yeah.
But not the character. Like, there's not, like, a weird arc where Sophia's, like, back in Italy.
No,
Like,
yeah.
we loved.
They just, I from my knowledge, because I haven't seen this episode, I barely remember it. Because I was like, ooh, we're gonna erase that. Not okay. But I think, to my knowledge, that they like come out and realize, like, we're wearing,
like we're, okay.
and we should get rid of that face mask ASAP.
That makes sense.
Yikes.
A lot of sense.
Not ideal.
Julia Goodwin Writer wanted to know, do you wish they kept the gay butler from the pilot?
Okay.
What?
Yes. Okay. Honestly, I was thinking about that because the gay butler, he is so supportive of Blanche and, just wants the best for her. And I feel like I don't think they should have gotten rid of him. I think that maybe like having a sprinkle of him here and there.
I'm sorry. Say more things about him.
I know he was only in one episode. I think it's strong. Honestly, I personally feel like it's stronger to just have the 4 women and to focus on their relationship and everything. But I would have loved for him to come back at least, just to be like, oh, Blanche just needed me to clean the lanai, or,
But also, like, it does change the vibe, too, if we have butler money.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Blanche has some money. Like, that is a nice fucking house. With a lanai.
With the lanai.
They always talk about that fucking lanai.
They sure do. It's a beautiful lanai.
I want a lanai now.
Me too. Everyone deserves a lanai.
I mean, in this economy?
Oh,
jeez. But I feel like that does change the vibe so much. Of like, now this is a show about rich old ladies.
Yeah.
Feels like the implication if you have a butler.
Yeah.
Like, if I had a butler, I wouldn't have roommates. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I would, because I'm
I
needy,
think, though,
but
Blanche is also lonely. And that's why,
relatable.
Wanted friendship in the house.
I would hate to live alone.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved living alone.
Oh, if I was like 60 and like Eric, I'm going to say like flew off in a hot air balloon because I don't want to think about.
Because he's Oz.
That's immediately what I thought of, too, of him just being like, I'll be right back, Amy. I just have to go to the fair.
Yes, and then he'll be back a long time from now.
I feel like one time we were doing the like, would we be in Wicked? And he was like, I think I'm the wizard. And I was like, quite possibly. But I'm not going to put any kind of negative things happening to Eric.
Absolutely
So yeah, if he
not.
floated away for a couple of years, I think I would get roommates.
Yeah.
I hate living alone.
That's my plan. I love living alone. I had a really great time. If this is very privileged, but I used to very much believe that you should not get married unless you'd been able to live by yourself. But obviously, in this economy, no, that can't happen.
Yeah.
But it was so nice. It was so great.
I hate it. I get depressed if I wake up and I'm alone.
Oh, I love being alone. I like going to restaurants by myself. I like going to movies by myself.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. I
have to tell someone about what happened.
And that's fair. I think I have a balance of both of you of... I really do love being surrounded by friendships or family, but I do love when I get my alone time. And when there was a short span of time when I lived alone, I was like, oh, this is nice. But I also had my dog too, so that also helps.
That's true. I always had a dog.
Yeah.
So
I've always had Gimli.
You would both take gay butler, no roommates?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But when Logan dies, Megan and I are going to live together, like the aunts from Practical Magic. That's the plan.
I love Practical
Scott's
Magic.
going to outlive all of us, though. He's so young. So he'll be there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm sorry that gay butler's gone.
Yeah.
Are there
sad.
Are there any standout supporting players? Because I feel like it is so much about these 4 women, and like because there are 4 main characters, you get so much meat out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But are there any real spectacular supporting players besides Stan?
I mean, I was gonna say Stan is pretty good, and you get little I don't know, what am I trying to say? Little dashes of people coming in, but not a lot of them stick around. But I do love. I need to rewatch this episode, but I was like, oh yeah, Mario Lopez was in an episode. And I guess like to my mind, it's just always been Stan. But I love that person asked about the gay butler. I wish she can come back.
He got fired.
Thanks, Julia. Thanks for writing that in.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Hawley, 1976, wanted to know too. why are people still fascinated with this show 40 years later? Like, what do you think are some of the reasons why everyone does keep coming back to this as a comfort show?
Yeah, I think with a lot of topics that they talked about then, that kind of is now just to see like, oh, I'm so glad we've grown from that, or we still got stuff to work on. I think all four of them are just also so delightful, and you can connect to someone in some way. Like, I feel like I've never met someone that couldn't be watching that show saying, oh, I'm not any of these characters. Or, because truth is, you got some ounce of one of those Golden Girls.
It does come up a lot on this podcast how much one of the quickest ways to build a diehard fandom is to have, like, I feel like it's always four.
Yeah, it's the four humors.
Yeah. And it's like
Yeah.
the four leads where either you relate or you love. Like, you have one where it's like, oh, that's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's it's the elements.
Yeah.
It's the humors. It's the
Harry Potter houses.
yeah.
For those who participate.
Yeah.
That's true.
For those who practice.
Yeah. Well, and also just the comedy that's behind it. It's
So
just
funny.
so good, and just their moments of how long they take in between, and just their facial expressions of when like Rose says something where then Dorothy just looks at her with just such a look of what, and it's just, it could go on for like 5 minutes because
Yeah.
people are cackling because of the faces alone.
No, the
So,
writing genuinely holds up. Is so clever and so strong, and the performances are so good. I feel like it
Yeah.
had a big resurgence of love in the gay community.
yes,
It's like, oh, they are just reading each other.
Yeah,
they are just reading each other. For
they
love. I
are,
love it.
and eating cheesecake.
Yeah, what's up with the cheesecake?
You know,
They just love their cheesecake.
they just love the cheesecake. I will say the fun fact I found out, what was it? They ate over 100 cheesecakes throughout their 7 seasons,
Aw.
and B. Arthur does not like cheesecake.
Oh no,
So she had to eat this cheesecake and not like it. Crazy.
who doesn't like cheesecake?
I know. But I guess if you ate 100 cheesecakes,
So yeah.
Would
You
eat
know.
100 cheesecakes.
Amy, I believe that. Well, not like that. Not like that. Just because,
Come on my own podcast and roast me.
No, because like, like I don't know. We've talked about like the love of Taco Bell, that like we would go to Taco Bell, right? Did I have this? Okay. Again, my confidence is now low.
I'll fuck up some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's the. I
great.
feel like Taco Bell is the only fast food that has not done me dirty in the last couple years.
Oh, so
I
that's
feel like
good.
every other fast food place I've had a meal recently, not recently because I don't, but
Yeah.
in the last couple of years where I'm like, why did I pay $14 for this? I'm so sad.
Yeah. Also that.
What do you think the cheesecake represents?
Well, okay. One of the episodes, the cheesecake just brings them comfort. And any time that they're stressed or, scared about something, when they all watch the Psycho movie, that's when they couldn't go to sleep and they all were in the kitchen, and they, could all agree about eating cheesecake would bring them, comfort and safety. So I think that's what the cheesecake means,
How many seasons were there of this show?
7.
7. Do you feel good about how it ended? Do you wish it had gone longer? Do you think it went too long? 'Cause sometimes sometimes a sitcom, there's like a season or two that are like, you could probably skip that one. Or is it golden, girl?
Well,
Get out.
No, that felt really good.
it felt good. It felt good.
It felt really good. I feel really, I am riding the high.
Well, I will say, since we're going with the Golden Girl theme,
Yeah.
that 7 is such a wonderful, lucky number. So I think they did a great job.
Perfect.
But I also say,
Because there's 7 main characters on this show. The 4 women.
The gay butler.
Stan, Kay Butler,
Stan.
and the cheesecake.
Oh, there we go.
And then supporting player, the Lanai.
The Lanai. Yes. I feel that how they ended it was really beautiful and sad. You could tell that they were all sad that it was over. But I think also if B. Arthur didn't want to leave the show, they probably would have gone on longer.
Oh.
I feel, because I don't
Arthur
know.
shut that shit down.
What was that?
She shut that shit down?
Yeah, I think she just was ready to be over, and sometimes when you gotta
She
listen
was like, if you make me eat
one more cheesecake.
goddamn cheesecake.
Gonna lose it.
Yes. And honestly, as much as selfishly as much as I want more seasons to watch of them and I could have watched them forever, I think it's great to just have a good 7 seasons where then you could just rewatch those episodes and it just brings you right back to home.
Can and will.
Yeah.
Can and will.
Yeah.
Possibly one of the great all-time theme songs.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I would say, that and like Cheers.
Yes.
I think are maybe my 2
I just got
favorite. Just like
goosebumps.
my heart, like I just feel so safe.
Mhm.
Second
hear
verse
'em.
of the Cheers one is messed up. It talks about how like your wife left you for her shrink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Norm definitely has a drinking problem. We don't know what to say.
Except his name.
Yeah.
Norm!
Norm!
This is an intervention.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that the Golden Girls theme song, actually at my bachelorette, we had karaoke and I sang that song for all my friends that came.
Aww.
And it's a good, like, everyone's like did exactly that of like, oh, put arms around each other, do little high kicks, a little chorus line action.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's just such a great theme song.
Yeah.
Yes. It just has all the good energy.
Yeah.
Gets you in a good mood.
And honestly, it starts so soft. It starts so gentle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just build into
Bow,
bow, bow, bow. And if you throw a back. Come on now.
Come on.
I'm grooving, I'm moving, I'm shaking.
Yes.
I'm pumping fists.
It's a bop.
It is about. It's about.
It's a good one.
I just don't think, like, the show itself is so good. But it is one of those shows where it's like, I think the theme song kind of made it.
Honestly, I think the theme song really does help. Of a lot of shows that I go back to often that I'm like, oh, this theme song, I gotta let it play out. Sometimes with shows, I'm like, oh, skip the intro. I don't need that long intro.
Yeah.
But Golden Girls, every time I'm like,
You
I'm
give
not
me
gonna
a skip
pass.
intro.
What was that?
You give me a skip intro on that one.
No, never.
Fuck.
I would never.
All the way.
Yeah.
Hulu.
Hello. Hello.
YouTube TV would never.
Yeah. No.
No.
And I would write a strong letter if they ever did.
Yeah.
I would.
And if you skipped my intro. I'm feeling very musical.
I was gonna say you're.
Weird Al Holmes.
Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsor, Celsius.
Yeah.
Celsius Energy.
Thanks, Celsius.
They're not, but if I say it enough times, maybe
It's gonna work.
Maybe
We
I
have to pivot.
I'm gonna.
Who we wanted, we don't want now.
We're really angling for that Boar's Head sponsorship.
And then they gave everybody listeria.
Oh.
Everybody.
Oh no.
All the people.
Oh no.
So now I'm trying a new tactic.
Yeah.
I'm gaslighting companies.
Great.
I'm gonna actually do a quick ad read.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Okay. Just hang tight, Ashley. We're gonna.
I'm gonna drink my tea.
4/5 of the way through this podcast, we're gonna have a quick word from our sponsor. Exactly where the ad read goes. Hey, asshole. Are you tired? Fucking bet you are, you piece of shit. Jesus Christ.
I think it's going
No,
well.
wait. Shush. This is here. I have this paper.
There you go.
Celsius asked me to. Where was I? We'll get it clean. I bet you are, you piece of shit. Guys, please. Do you want to punch through a wall? Fuck yeah. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up and put this fast juice in your mouth.
That's their
Celsius.
copy. They wrote, "Put this juice,
Put this
Fast
juice
juice.
in your mouth."
Do you not see? Here, it's
Okay.
from Gerald Celsius.
Oh.
Fast juice? Okay, yeah.
Put
all
this
right.
fast juice in your mouth and go. Go! Celsius Energy. And we're back.
You know what I really want? Celsius.
Oh my God, that does sound really good.
Yeah.
It's such a good ad.
I'm gonna, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this fast juice in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Did you show it for your YouTube? influencers.
Really good stuff.
Why won't they return my calls?
I don't know.
Why
Absolutely.
do they keep
wild.
calling security when I show up at their house?
It's so weird.
They
It's
should knock
so
that
weird.
off.
Yeah.
That's rude.
You're trying to give him a gift.
Yeah.
Just trying to give him a gift.
Yeah.
God, I just wish I was in the Golden Girls house eating cheesecake though.
Honestly,
so nice.
me too. With our wonderful gay butler.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
All right. I got a question from one of our listeners, and then I want to kind of piggyback off of it with you.
Okay.
This is from Pizza Professor NY. Why do you think this kind of setup was never replicated in another show with 4 sassy broads?
But
Which I feel like it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and Zazuzi was asking about like it's Zoe. I don't know why I keep saying it like we don't
I
know
do
it's
love
Zoe.
Zazuzi.
What a modern equivalent is, because I would argue
I feel like we have this. Maybe it's just not. We don't have these older women living together. We've had things like Grace and Frankie or other shows like that.
that one movie that, and then there was a sequel, and I saw the sequel, but not the first one because I had to kill time in Orange County. There's 4 old women. They go to Italy.
Book
Oh,
club.
like book club.
I saw the second one.
And 80 for Brady.
Yeah. 80 for Brady.
But I guess they're
yes.
more in movies.
Sure.
No.
But
yeah, Grace and
Gracie-
Frankie.
Grace and
Yeah.
Frankie, you're right. Yeah. I guess, yeah, I know. There's been so much of reboots too, so I feel like people want a reboot when I'm just like, can we just not?
Well, that was going to be my follow-up too, is if there were to be a reboot,
Yeah.
would you want it, and who would you want in that cast? If that even
Yeah,
is something to think
well,
about.
you know, I am such a person that I'm like, oh, but it was so good. Do we need a reboot?
Yeah.
But sometimes the reboots, I'm like, okay, depending on how they go about it. But I don't know if it's accurate. I was seeing something on my social media that I think maybe AI could have made the poster. I don't know if it's
Almost.
real.
I feel like if it's a poster before you've seen an article, it's AI.
Right,
It's like
okay.
always my rule. When it's like, here's a poster for a movie that would be fucking huge if it got announced, or a TV show that would be fucking huge if it got announced, and this is
Yeah.
the first time hearing of it, and it's a fully fledged poster, I'm like, that's AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think that kid made Jesus out of sand.
That-
So,
you know.
that's yeah. We have the same Facebook feed, right?
I don't think so. I get a lot of dogs.
And all the comments are like, hallelujah, amen. It's like, Grandma, please. That kid did not make.
No.
No. So you don't want to reboot?
Well, my heart says no, but if the world, if we had it, okay. So this is what the poster had. It had Amy Poehler, which I'm like, I do love her, but I don't know, too young. But they in this poster had them in the wigs.
No,
I know. Lisa Kudrow was another one that was
young.
on this poster. Maya Rudolph and Tina Fey, which I was thinking if anybody could bring this back into a different kind of Golden Girl era, those 4 women are very funny.
I guess the thing is, I really would love to see those actresses in more things. I would love to see funny women over 40 getting work and continuing to like have roles where they can be sexual and interesting and have rich internal lives and date and whatever the fuck that looks like. Just don't fucking call them Rose and Blanche and Dorothy and
Right. Like
you
do
know,
at least
yeah.
different, or where it could be like, you know, certain hints of Golden Girls, but not so much rebooting
Those
it.
are
A spiritual
so
successor.
thoroughly
Yeah.
tied to those women too.
Sure.
That I just wouldn't want to try to fill those shoes. But that
Yeah.
said, I want like spiritual successors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I want more movie and TV where it's just like, yeah, women over 50 also exist and are humans still.
Yeah.
When I think it's cool too, I was just thinking about how much you have the like, it's getting better little by little, but as a woman, so often it does feel like your story is so tied to finding your like happy ending, right? It's like you find the guy, you marry the guy, and then you're
And then
relegated
you have
to Mima.
Children.
And it's like, oh, you don't stop being a person.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't stop having a life.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
You can bring your friends winter vegetable pot pie and still be very, very fulfilled. I'm just speaking from my own experience as your Mima.
Someone when we're done.
I just want you to eat the pie, Amy. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Eat the pie.
It's really good crust.
I bet it is.
Wow.
It's a little
Do you make a
underseasoned,
good
I'm not gonna
cheesecake,
lie.
Chris?
I don't make a good cheesecake.
Oh, I make a good cheesecake.
Oh, yeah?
Do.
I'm a pretty good baker.
If I had
get
more
bored.
time before coming here, I was really hoping I could have stopped to then grab cheesecake for all of us. But then I also had the fear of, I don't know both of your dietary restrictions. So then I panicked and I showed up.
I think we both can and will eat anything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get sick, but I don't give a shit.
Oh, well,
I'll
I'll come
eat
back.
anything.
I'll come back for,
Oh, that's
to
right. You
talk about.
technically don't do dairy.
I technically don't, but it doesn't stop me.
Oh, okay.
Anyone who's lactose intolerant, though, is like that, where they're like, yeah, dairy makes me sick. Let's eat some.
It's
Right.
wild when I meet lactose intolerant people who actually don't eat dairy.
Are they sad?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
I'm just uncomfortable, but I'm really happy.
Yeah. Well, when I come back for, Golden Girls episode 2,
Yes.
I'll bring the cheesecake.
Sweet.
Do it in stand drag or don't do it at all.
Okay. I really got to get that good that hair piece, balding on top, the hair around. It's going to look good.
I want to give you space to say anything else you'd like to say as Golden Girls, but I only want you to say it as Stan.
Oh. Okay. Thank you for being. Nope. Stan took a nap.
You followed through, and that's what's really important.
Thanks. I
That was
really
so
tried, but Stan is taking a little hiatus, but I will find him again. Oh,
That's
my
okay.
gosh.
I believe for copyright, that's exactly as much as we could have had anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes
perfect.
sense,
Yeah.
If you love Golden Girls, what other shows would you recommend people check out?
Oh, that's a wonderful question.
Thank you.
That's a great question. I'm trying to think.
Well, you're thinking, I will say, very different, like, just not just because the theme song's a banger. Cheers lives in the same emotional space for me of just like, this is so soft and comfy, and just every time I watch it, I'm like, fuck, this writing's good.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, this is
Yeah.
really
Cheers
was great.
smart and funny and just sassy and fun to watch, and like genuinely holds up with some great jokes and performances. So like not the
Yeah.
same show at all, but if you're looking for a similar, just like solid fucking 80s sitcom,
I think that's
one
a
of my
great.
favorites.
That's a great one
Yeah.
to say. And well, then being in that realm of, oh yeah, I would watch Cheers, Golden Girls. It's a little different, but Married with Children, just like the same of
sassy and fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
in a house.
Yeah, let's list more shows in a house.
Yeah.
Designing Women is the one that.
Oh,
I would
yes.
recommend. Which again is another one of those, but that is for sassy women
That
who all
is.
are under one roof.
I feel like
Sugar
Designing
bakers.
Women has not had the pop cultural resurgence of Golden Girls somehow.
It hasn't, which is bananas to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
My mom and I were obsessed with that show. She would play that for me all the time.
Oh.
Wow.
It's real cute.
Oh, I love that. Those are great. Those are also great options. I love it. Mary Tyler Moore Show, Laverne and Shirley. Oh my gosh. Now I'm just going down this beautiful rabbit hole that I know what I'm going to watch when I get home.
Just like the classic Nick at Night lineup, basically.
Yes. Dick Van Dyke Show. Okay, just keep
Oh,
going.
yeah.
Bewitched.
Well, oh my gosh.
Wow, that really
What a-
speaks my age.
What a lovely. Yeah, because you were born when all those were coming out. You look
I
fantastic.
was. Thank you.
What a delightful. What a cheesecake of a conversation. This was spiritually Cheesecake on the Lanai.
Oh, my Lanta.
I don't
Thank
think they ever
you.
actually ate the cheesecake on the Lanai.
They did in this movie theater.
I
They
would've.
did.
Mm-hmm.
I would've.
Right in our beautiful brains.
Ashley, where can the people find you?
I am on the socials, You can find me on the Instagram, Ashley-Garon, Geron, like a guarantee. You can even find me on Spotify. I play saxophone, and my husband, his artist's name is Wessie, so Wessie. If you look up his music, there's a song called Sunny Disposition. I mean, all of his music is great. I might be biased. He is my husband. But there's a song called Sunny Disposition, and I'm playing saxophone on that song.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
I think the first I'm hearing of this.
No way.
And I'm obsessed.
Oh
with
my
this piece of
gosh.
information.
We actually got to play this song at our wedding. We had a band for our reception.
Oh, maybe I did know that.
And so we got to actually surprise our guests and do that song live.
That's so cool.
If anybody needs a alto sax player,
Oh, man.
I'm your girl. Her name, my sax's name is Saxel Rose.
Stop.
Rose, the Golden Girls.
Full circle. We did it,
Full
baby.
circle.
We were just talking about hot sax on a different episode. That makes me so happy.
Oh,
When I say we, I mean I.
Well, Chris, thank you for bringing the light of the hot saxes.
I try.
You know?
I try. I love it so much.
It's so fun.
It's so good.
Well, go find Ashley. Go find her hot sack. Go follow her. She's a sunshine person.
Yeah.
Gosh, well, thank you
As-
so
as
much.
You just got to enjoy with us, audience. And as for us, you can also find us over on Instagram at Two Filthy Casuals Pod. If you want more content, more discussing things we love, we are over on Patreon, patreon.com/twofilthycasualspod. Huge thank you to our newest, filthiest casual, Jean Ju. Thank you so much for joining us over there for just $5 a month. You can get some bonus episodes. We're talking all kinds of goodies, including but not limited to our hot Oscar takes.
Oh, so hot. So spicy.
We decided we would not, that Oscar himself, the Oscar, pass not smash.
Yeah.
Which hurts me to say, but
Oh, I
would you smash?
I think I would.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
I
Is
really
he
respect
holding
it.
a sword, Ashley? What's in his hands? What is that?
I think that's why you have to go to the smash so you can find out.
I love a mystery.
Yeah.
I
Man.
love a mystery. And I gotta solve it. Oh, you've won me over. Smash.
I'm still scared. No.
It's part of the fun. Well, Ashley, I don't think there's anything to say besides thank you for doing this pod.
Oh, so good.
All together now. Boom, boom,
Bum,
boom.
bum.
And if I had a podcast.
Yeah. It'd be sponsored by Celsius.
Put fast juice into your mouth. Drink that fast juice in your mouth. Thank you for Celsius. Flawless, no notes. No need to do a second take. I got it in one. That's why they call me One Take Fast Juice Newman.
I'm so proud
There's
of
a lot
you.
of hyphens in there. Ashley, thank you so much. Chris, anything?
We're never getting a sponsor.
Until next time, I'm Amy Newman.
I'm Chris Carr.
And remember, if you followed this fandom, you'd be home by now. Fast juice.
I knew it was coming.
Fast juice.